Hello, this is Dr. Rhadi Ferguson, author, speaker, and strategist. And right now, I want to give you some tips that will help you make 2016 your best year ever. Enjoy. Hello, this is Dr. Ferguson. I want to continue to tell you some things that can help you make this year your best year ever. I remember when I first started in the information marketing business back in 2000. I believe it was 2003 or 2002. And I made my first DVD product called The Inner Realm that I did with seven-time national champion, 2000 Olympian in the sport of weightlifting, Kara Heads. It was quite a project. I had to get approval from the United States Olympic Committee to use some of the footage where I was training. I had to get permission to use some of my judo footage for some of the tournaments. And I remember putting the product together and putting the time behind the project and getting with the videographer and sitting down and doing the edits. And it was something to have that finished product in my hand ready for sale. I remember, selling it through forums and online chat groups and personal email, through a small email list that I had, and I was using PayPal at the time, and it was just rough and really clunky and disjointed, but it was my first pass at making an audiovisual product. And I remember the feeling that I got when the money hit the account from actually selling something. I guess it's the same feeling that a kid gets when he sells lemonade at a lemonade stand, but it was just a little bit different. It was like the first taste I got of really being an entrepreneur. Before that, I think I sold a couple ebooks, and I thought to myself, man, I could really make a living at this. As long as I kept putting out quality material. And here I am, some 12 years later, sitting here talking to you about taking an idea and making it a reality. So the one thing I want to talk to you right now about in terms of making this year your best year ever, man, create something. Sit down, write 30 pages, 40 pages, 50 pages, and make a book. Make an ebook, put it on Kindle. Sit down and record yourself. Make something for your kids. Just sit down, and if you have children, sit down and think about 20 things that you wish that you could tell your kids if you had to leave here tomorrow. It's a great book. Sit down and talk about something you want to leave the world. Sit down and talk about creating your legacy. Sit down and talk about your history. You can sit down and make a recording and get it transcribed and then rewrite it, because it's always easier to rewrite than it is to write. Record yourself playing with your kids and narrate over it. Make a PowerPoint video. Make a PowerPoint and then use ScreenFlow and video to record it. Teach. Man, you have something to teach the world. Man, I know that there's some people who know like 7, 8 different ways to tie a shoe. There's certain people who are experts, man, at jumping rope. There's people who do judo a certain way. People who have certain things to teach people in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Doesn't matter if you're not a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There are white belts who can talk about their journey from white belt to blue belt. There are people who do Taekwondo that can talk about their journey in that particular sport. You are important. The things that you have to share are important. Don't let the amount of messages that are being passed around the day on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and social media devalue what you have to share. You're important. And the things that you have to tell somebody, they're important too. And everybody might not be interested in your story. Just like everybody's not interested in my story. But there are people who are interested in you and what it is you have to say and what it is that you have to share. It's important. And another thing, you don't have to be an expert in calculus or differential equations to teach a young person how to count to 10. You're a teacher. You're a coach. We all teach and coach on different levels. Don't devalue yourself because you're not the greatest coach in the world. Just because you didn't play in the NFL doesn't mean you can't teach someone how to play football. Just because you didn't play Major League Baseball doesn't mean you can't teach a kid how to play catch. And just because you didn't go to the Olympics doesn't mean that you can't teach someone how to play sports. You have something valuable to offer. So sit down, make something, create something, offer it to people, and increase the value of the things that are offered in this world by adding to the body of knowledge. One of the beautiful things about doing a PhD that differs from some of the other doctorate degrees is that you actually get to add something new to the body of knowledge, something that did not exist before. That's your charge. That's what you are supposed to do. As someone who holds a PhD, you had to add something new to the body of knowledge. When it came time to write my dissertation, I'm not going to tell you that the task was not difficult. It was difficult. What was not overwhelming for me was adding something new to the body of knowledge, because I had added to the body of knowledge before. I blogged. I had written before. I had written ebooks before. I had created DVDs before. And I've written plenty of articles in magazines. So I already added to the body of knowledge in some way or fashion. I just did it academically. Listen, if you're a little nervous, start slow. I challenge you. Shoot a YouTube video for 30 days. Do one a day for 30 days. Get on there and just talk. Talk to the people. Talk to anyone. Share your videos. Share your thoughts. There are a few things that are going to happen. 1, you're going to get better at speaking. 2, you're going to get more comfortable in front of the camera. And 3, it'll actually pull something out of you and you'll find out exactly what you're supposed to share. So to make this year your best year ever, make something, create something, offer something, and sell something. Do something. Think big and create something big. Take what you have out of the ideal realm and put it into the realm of action. And let me tell you something. You can think big, but you don't have to start big. Nobody jumped out of the womb running. We all started rolling, and then we started crawling, and then we started walking. You can do the same thing when it comes to creation. Start small. Make something small. Take some baby steps, but do something. This is Dr. Ferguson. I hope you have a super fantastic day, and I hope you have a great year as well. And I want to encourage you to stop by www.coffeewithrhadi.com and pick up the book Coffee with Rhadi today so that you can add the extra in your life that will take you from ordinary to extraordinary. Remember, do something, create something, be something, because you are something and you are somebody. This is Dr. Ferguson. Take care and be blessed.